George, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate your time.
I appreciate you having me.
Oh, anytime. So, what was your transition like from playing university basketball to then playing professional, and what kind of took you through that process?
It's a transition from university to professional. It was, how can I say this? Like it was different, I guess. You kind of realize that once you go pro, it's more of a business. You're not so much having fun with your friends anymore. Because like once you get to that level, like you play with or against men that have your wife and kids at like 30 years old. They're not,
right.
Yeah, they're not there to have fun or whatever. It's real business. Yeah, so you just learn a lot. Yeah, you just learn a lot from the business side of it. There's like no one there to hold you by the hand type of thing. You have to make your own decisions.
Okay.
And yeah, you pretty much take everything you learn when you were in university and try to apply that to the professional level. Yeah, but transition-wise, like if you're pretty serious in university, it shouldn't be that hard.
Right.
Yeah. For me, the hardest transition was probably like earlier as a kid, from like high school to university.
Okay. Yeah. What was that like? Did you get like picked like scholarship to go, or did you just try out for the team and it just worked out?
Yeah. Well, like I'm from Sudbury,
right.
So yeah, I was like one of Sudbury's like local talents at the time.
Okay.
And when I was a bit younger, I used to come out to the scrimmages. So the coach already had an idea of who I was.
Smart.
Yeah, plus my dad works at the university, so recruiting wasn't too difficult for me to come here. But yeah, because like Sudbury, especially at the time, basketball wasn't very developed in Sudbury compared to like some of the cities down south.
They're miles ahead down there.
Yeah,
it's freaky.
Yeah. You had a couple guys doing good things like in the city. Just a couple names on top of my head, like just like Mitch Lalone. He did like a lot of good things for a lot of young basketball players at the time. And yeah, like when I grew up, I didn't play like on a regional team or anything. So that jump from high school to university was probably the most difficult for me.
So it was just high school ball you played, and then you just kind of hung out with the team here and scrimmaged around, and then got your foot in the door that way?
Yeah, I did this thing called like JEP.
What's that about?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of like a regional team, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Like best players from the north, they get together.
Oh, nice.
And then they go down south to play against like
an all-star versus all-star team.
Yeah. Yes. And then if you're good enough, then you'll be picked out of. If you're good enough, you'll be picked out of there to then make a provincial team. Yeah, that starts at a pretty young age. There's like BDP, MVP, and JEP. So starts like 13 years old. I only did the last of the JEP one, so that was at the age of maybe 17, 18-ish.
Was that junior development program?
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah, nice. You can dunk, right? This is a fun question, but you can dunk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because I have a friend of mine who, his name is Seresse, and I told him you were coming on my show. He's like, yeah, who do you got for this week? I was like, this guy George coming up. Like, this is how I know him, right? He's like, man, I was doing those basketball camps too. I remember George would always be like, man, you can dunk, try dunking. And he'd just be like, I don't know, and then go up and like try the dunk and miss and be like, it's just not my day. And I thought it was so funny. So I was like, oh yeah, well, what's up? So I thought that was pretty funny.
Those camps were long.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you have to do them?
But, you didn't really have to, but like, kind of wanted to.
Right. Playing basketball all day.
Yeah. So, because like you were.
Yeah.
You
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Back in the day.
Yeah, so did me and my little brother.
But
that's fun.
Yeah. It was.
They were a lot of fun.
It's just a full day camp. So we started at like 8 or 9 probably.
Yeah.
Went to like noon. Then we were at the pool at 1.
Yeah.
And then after that from 2 to 4, something like that. And in between, like during the lunchtime, sometimes like we had like shoot, or else we had like scrimmage afterwards. So do that for like a full week. My legs were kids are asking me to dunk. It's like
no,
sure, if I get it, good for you.
Good for you. I get nothing out of it.
Yeah.
That's funny. Nice. So What was the process like coming back to Sudbury from playing basketball in Europe?
Like, how did it happen?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, the way it happened is like when I was in France, like in my last year in France, like I wasn't at the highest level yet in France, so I kept wanting to go higher. I pretty much just took a chance on myself. I just told myself I could have stayed over there if I wanted to, but I just felt like I was trying to pass a certain point. If I stayed in that same league, then I just felt like I wasn't accomplishing much. So I just took a chance on myself, talking to like different agents to try to move up. It got pretty complicated at one point, just with something they call the license. Like, to be able to play basketball, you have to get like a license, and there's like different categories. If you're a local player, if you're an import, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And my situation got pretty complicated from that, and it made it harder for me to move up to the next level.
Right.
But I still wanted to move up, and then it just kept, because like the season initially starts in like end of September in Europe.
Okay.
Training camp will start like in August.
Mm-hmm.
Good teams will have training camp starting in August. So I was over there for the month of August, September, beginning of October. I still didn't have a team.
Yeah.
And then the opportunity came to play in the NBL here in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did the NBL Combine. I got drafted by a team over there, and then a year later I ended up with the Sudbury team here.
Nice. Because they just came that team, formed that team.
Yeah, last year was Sudbury's first year, yeah.
And you were on that team?
Yeah.
Nice. What position do you play? Do you start? Or you were wing, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Nice. Easy. That's pretty sweet. You wind up back here?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty sweet though. Wow. So through that, do you have any lessons you've learned in while playing in Europe that you thank yourself for, like difficult times you went through that you're grateful for now? I probably didn't feel so good during.
Yeah, there's definitely there's definitely a lot of things. Yeah, it's just even off the top of my head, it's hard to even think of like one thing.
Yeah.
Probably like a more specific question, but yeah, difficult times, like especially like whenever you're chasing your dreams,
right?
Like, obviously, it's not going to be easy.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you just have these moments where, especially going over there, because it's a foreign country.
Yeah.
You don't know too many people.
Right.
And because my first year out there, things didn't go so well, we'll say. And yeah, it was just a grind, like yeah, especially like mentally, it was a real grind. And yeah, you just have to. As long as you surround yourself with good people, to just, I don't know, people you could talk to, that'll make you realize that, okay, yeah, what you're doing, this is what you want to do, so just keep going.
Yeah.
You know that you have your goals in back in your mind, so
right.
that's the bottom line, really. You're always trying to chase your goals, and yeah, surround yourself with good people that can help you throughout that process. And,
it seems like a common theme here. Everyone I talk to on the show seems to everyone says you have to surround yourself with those people who believe in you, push you.
You need a good supporting cast. Or else, I don't know. It's just because like so many, like I know myself, like so many good players that are probably better than me that didn't make it to the next level. Either they didn't want to, or maybe they were afraid to, or they're already there, then they just like gave up, kind of thing, because mentally it is hard, especially when you go somewhere new.
Yeah. Have you been to France before?
Yeah. I have some family over there.
Yep.
Yeah, so I've been there before. Yeah, that was a totally new experience.
What do you think of Paris?
What do I think of it?
Yeah, because of the city itself.
It's a beautiful city. Yeah, the lifestyle is very different. That was actually where I played my first year. It was yeah. I was in Paris. Yeah, European lifestyle is very different. It's kind of similar, different in some ways. But yeah, it's like, how can I say this? It's really condensed, we'll say, and there's some pros and cons to that. Like one of the pros that you don't really need a vehicle to get away with your
walking
life.
city and stuff. Right.
You can do anything.
Yeah.
Walking, public transportation is very well developed.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm over there, like I was actually there last week, I would just bike everywhere.
Right.
Like I said, everything condensed. So Paris itself isn't really a big city. You can get from point A to point B.
Sure. There's so much packed into one small amount of space.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because I know, because I went from when I did Europe, I did the backpacking in Europe recently, and when I did that with my buddy James, we went to Paris from Spain.
Yeah.
So we went through Andorra and then up.
Okay.
And he's not the biggest fan of Paris.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, it's disgusting. So hearing a lot of people tell me the otherwise.
How long did you guys stay there?
We were like 2 nights.
Okay.
So yeah, not long enough to experience like local, but seen sights.
You gotta know. I don't know. Like you kind of gotta like know the right people.
Right.
Meet the right people to be in an environment where you can actually enjoy yourself. Because I can definitely see why he would say that.
Yeah. Just there for a couple nights, all he sees is like this Eiffel Tower, and he's like, what?
Yeah.
But so you said you got lucky though, and you found the supportive people in France when you were playing and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you find that as in you looked to your family for that support when you were there, or did you got lucky and found friends?
Family was a big thing. Yeah, I have some cousins, aunts and uncles over there. Always reaching out to people, players, coaches that I had back in Canada. That was also a big deal. Like talking to Sean Torres, of course, is here. Talking to Hurley, some of my teammates, Jamie Waldman, Andrew Alone, Steve Williams, like those kind of guys. I don't know if you remember Manny. He actually ended up in France for a year.
No kidding.
Yeah, he stayed like half the season over there.
Or him and his brother, Isaiah. Yeah, so that was pretty sweet. Yeah, my brother idolized like Manny.
Yeah,
he loved it. He's like, man, this guy's so cool. I was like, pretty sweet.
Back in the day,
with the long hair.
Yeah,
that was so funny. So I was like, man. So that's good though that you were able to have that support system there. Man, lucked out on that. So with that though, so is that how you'd stay motivated through everything? And that's how you were able to like, all right, I know where my goals are. I know what I need to do. I got the support system, and now I can go out and do it.
Well, say ask that again.
Sorry. Yeah. How do you stay motivated? So is that how you stay motivated with family and everyone pushing you?
Well, no. That's just like whenever you're feeling down.
Okay.
Like to bring it back up. The motivation comes from you wanting to achieve your goal. You're saying, I want to do this, and then just go and do it. And there's a process that you know that you need to do to get there. And whatever that process is, like you're gonna have to put in work every single day, and that takes up your day, and then you just go one, 2, 3. Yeah.
Where do you think traveling fits in to the schedule that is life? Like the transitions from university, high school to pro. Where do you think? And I ask a lot of people this because everyone comes to me and
which traveling in what sense?
In like some people just go to because everyone should travel, right? That's something I believe. Like everyone should go experience it.
Like travel the world.
Yeah,
like
100%. See places.
Yeah,
I have friends who just want to stay in Ontario.
You
have to experience it.
You have to. You have to get out of that box.
Where do you think in that schedule that's like life and where we're kids, everything? Where do you think is like the best time to go travel, or like places you go, time to do it?
Like honestly, it's just whenever you want, really.
There.
At any point in time, you can just say, okay, I want to do this. And again, that comes with like for me personally, my goals is basketball related.
Right.
Like I know that I have to go to the gym every day to attain that goal.
Mm-hmm.
If your goal is to, I want to go to China.
Right.
You can do the same thing. Just okay, I'm gonna put this amount of money aside, and then I'm gonna go. So you just have to set up a plan.
Interesting.
And that could be done. In my opinion, that could be done at any time.
Okay. You shouldn't put your goals aside just because you're finishing university and everyone's going traveling. You shouldn't just like put your goals aside, because I'm the same way right now with jiu-jitsu, where I'm doing that constantly, but then there's also that side of me that's like, I want to go to China.
Yeah.
What do I do? That's kind of the battle. It's
Yeah.
like, do I just drop everything and go? But I have these goals I want to reach.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to drop everything, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It depends.
That's fair. It's a weird balance, I think, though. Trying to find the perfect time to do it, because everyone wants to travel when they have family. Everyone wants
that's the hardest time to do it.
Yeah.
You gotta do it while you're young.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then just from traveling, you learn so much, and I don't know, there's so much knowledge you put to use once you're older.
Yeah.
Instead of traveling when you're older.
Right.
But yeah.
Okay. What would you give yourself as a piece of advice for if you met yourself at 16 years old?
Don't ever second doubt yourself.
Interesting. Wow. Why?
I'll say this from myself, because I'm the kind of guy that won't like something will happen and I won't react.
Okay, you're pretty easy going
Yeah,
with it.
pretty easy going. I'll think about it. I'll try to process, and then I'll make a decision. Like sometimes it'll be like too late, you know?
Right.
When really the gut feeling was to do so, and it was the right thing to do. Yeah,
Nice. So, how, in what sense then, was the biggest, from just basketball alone, what do you think is the biggest lesson you've learned from basketball alone? Like, not the whole experience of going and playing, but like from basketball, the game itself.
That's a pretty complex question. It feels like there's so many things that go into the game of basketball. But,
like what?
That's pretty, I don't know. It's pretty
It's
deep.
loaded. Yeah. Oh, perfect.
But yeah, I don't know.
I want to dissect this.
Wait, I say that. Ask that again, please.
What's the basketball alone?
Yeah.
What do you think is the biggest lesson you've learned from playing the game?
Yeah. Just do what's best for you, but at the same time, think about people that are around you, type of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
You heard it there first, folks.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I don't know. If I'm gonna make an analogy out of it, like in the game of basketball, like do what's best for you in the sense that I don't know, like see like as a kid, kids that are growing up that want to be good at basketball during the game, they'll just want to shoot or whatever. They'll just be looking out for themselves. Others maybe aren't like that. They'll coach it. They'll say to like, no, you should always be passing, always be passing, always be passing. Like there's got to be that balance. Do what's best for you, while being conscious that you do have teammates, you do have people around you that also in basketball that also need the ball.
Yeah.
And in real life that people around you that
hate that rule. Damn it. I never want to pass it. I was so bad with that. I was like, it's just so fun. You have the ball, that's why you want to play.
Yeah.
But that's tough. What got you into basketball?
I guess I was just decently good at it at a young age, and when I was a kid, I just got a basketball court, and I was just never let it go.
Who do you think has had the biggest influence on you? Let's say your whole life, just to make this in depth enough.
No, first probably my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad, and then like whoever. Yeah, I'll say my dad first, and then after that, there's a bunch of I have a bunch of people, friends that came into my life. Like again, surround yourself with good people, and ever since a young age, like I'd always not like almost like subconsciously always try to take the or duplicate the best what they like. You see that this guy, oh, he's funny because he's doing this. Not I'm saying literally like copy what he's doing, but just learn from them. Like, why do people find these funny?
Yeah, so not like you do one thing, I do it because people laughed when you did it. So learn from why it was fun.
Yeah, in a sense, maybe in like other things too. Just see how like, I don't know, like a lot of my friends like really like charismatic, I guess.
Right.
They'll walk in the room and they'll just like light up a room.
Yeah.
Just like
really
personable.
Nice.
And you just see that's like, okay, what makes them like that?
Yeah.
It's just like,
So that's how you think when you see those people?
That's not even what I think though. It's just like subconscious almost.
Right.
It's almost like you idolize the person, and like, why do you idolize him? It's just because he's bringing good to his surrounding, and why does he do that? Because he's doing this. Like, I'll try to do that too.
Right. And you subconsciously do it.
Yeah. Like, I don't think about it. It's just like,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like a weird superpower. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty cool though. Like learning from people as they come in.
Yeah.
And stuff, and you don't even know it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what everyone should be doing.
Yeah.
Take it away.
I think most of people do almost.
Yeah.
Well, I guess so.
Instead of like walking in, oh, what's that person's problem? Because I just find a lot of people are negative. Yeah. Like in that, like with that example of people walking in, lighting up a room, like they try to pick out something negative about that guy, just because they feel maybe insecure about themselves.
Yeah. So some people are like that. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. Everyone's different. But
Interesting. So, if you could put one saying on a billboard, what would you put? It could be a phrase, a photo.
Just do what you want. But it still goes a lot deeper than that.
Yeah.
But all in all, just do what you want.
Do
whatever you want to do. But in the back of my mind, it's still always be respectful. Like, do whatever you want, not disrespecting anybody else.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How do you think people should go about that? Like finding what they want to do and doing what they enjoy to do.
Yeah, that's like two different questions. Because first you have to find it, and then you gotta do it. Yeah, finding it's not always easy, I guess.
No.
Like in my case, I guess it was easy. It was just basketball.
Yeah.
You do it when you're a kid. Oh, I love this. I'm gonna keep doing it.
Right.
So you just do it.
It worked out pretty well.
Yeah. There's some people, I guess, it's more difficult.
Right.
But I believe that everyone. Like everyone is good for something.
Right.
Yeah, just have to find your passion and then just do it. Obviously, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
And that's when
absolutely.
the whole surrounding yourself with good people thing helps. And like I find to truly be happy, you have to do whatever you love to do, whatever you want to do. So just do what you want.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like very simple and complex at the same time.
Yeah, it's like simple to say and break down, but the actual figuring it out seems like the hardest part.
Yeah, because especially like in this day and age where like you have that 9-to-5 job,
Yeah.
you don't have time, you get home, you're tired.
Yeah. Especially if you don't like the job, or you're not too good at it, you're even more uninspired to try to find your passion. Yeah, I can imagine. What advice would you give those people working that 9-to-5, say, who are uninspired, who are coming home, watching Netflix, and then just living for the weekends? To put it in.
Well, it just goes down to breaking down the two questions just asked. You just asked me. First of all, to find it.
Yeah.
And then to do it. So to find it, you really have to think about it. You have to know yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Know yourself in the mirror and say, okay, I'm good at this. I like doing this.
Right.
Okay, this is what I want to do. And then just putting a plan together for you to be able to reach that goal. Mm-hmm. It all comes down to goals.
Yeah.
Having that goal and then creating a plan to reaching that goal.
What point, though, do you think money comes into play? Because you can argue that, if there's no money, involved in it, why would you do it? Thing. Like, where do you find money comes
Yeah,
into
it
it?
depends how much you love money, I guess.
That's fair.
So some people just love it. Just like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna do that night. If you, like, it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you could butcher yourself for a week to do something that you know you don't like to do,
Mhm.
but you know that I'm getting this money and I'm good,
Mhm.
and you're okay with that, then yeah. I know that a lot of people aren't happy with it.
Right.
I know that I wouldn't be happy with it,
Yeah.
which is why I just did basketball.
Yeah. So I just play ball.
Yeah.
Seems like the way to go.
But yeah,
You should.
yeah, money definitely comes into the equation because you have to live. But
Yeah.
it just depends how much you love money and things.
Yeah. And you don't think you're too much of a materialistic person?
Nah, no, not at all actually.
You just want the good friends, the good family, and the good food?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty easy. Okay, so switching topics a little bit. In terms of basketball, though, what does your weightlifting plan look like? Where does that come in to the frame?
Like how often do I do it
Yeah,
per week?
like what's it like? Heavy bodybuilding, strength?
Oh no. It's all related to what I do on the basketball court, so it won't be. It'll never be that heavy. Yeah, like lately I've been following like a jump program,
Okay.
which requires you to get in the gym like in the 7 days at least like 4 or 5 times.
Okay.
But that's just like that's just like the lower members. That's just like the legs,
Mhm.
and then upper body. I just keep it simple, really, like bench press and curls, whatever.
Right.
But yeah, I'm in the gym every day though.
Nice.
I'm in the gym every day, and I'm a lot on just like feeling your body, trying a lot of different things, and in my case, like being there every day, obviously you're gonna be tired sometimes.
Yeah.
Whenever you do feel tired, exhausted, maybe either you take the day off or still go, but just
Mhm.
really reduce the load, or just take a day to stretch. I find that helps also.
What do you do for recovery?
Yeah, like I said, like stretch.
Just stretch.
A day off for stretching is pretty much is recovery.
Right, like a recovery day. It's not really a day off where you just mill about. It's just actual recovery.
Yeah.
Active rest.
Yeah. If you're injured, then obviously you'll have to go to like a therapist, physiotherapist or something. But yeah, you just again like subconsciously, I'm literally like always thinking about it.
Fair.
Like whatever I eat.
Yeah.
Whatever you eat, whatever you drink. I'm not saying like I'm a party, whatever. Like,
Right.
so people that know me know that.
Yeah.
So like to have a good time, whatever. But
Yeah.
again, it just comes to
Yeah.
that balance.
Balance.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like for example, in France with my family, able to cut loose for a while, but now
Yeah.
I'm back and being serious,
Mhm.
trying to eat right, drinking lots of water, get in the gym. Yeah, as much as you can for you to reach that goal. Yeah, I almost like sometimes like try to trick myself like in it. Like for example, like lately, like I live like not too far from Laurentian.
Mhm.
If you just like walking and taking a bike, it's like 8 kilometers. So I just started biking every day, and you like without even realizing it, like you're doing like an hour of bike there and back per day.
Yeah.
Which is like so much more than like a normal cardio session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably doesn't seem as grueling as a normal cardio session would, considering it's
Yeah. Since
mode of
you have
transportation.
to get there. You're just thinking, okay, I gotta get to the gym.
Do you find it helps biking before, like biking your biking to the gym and biking back as like it helps you warm up?
Yeah,
It helps
for
you
sure.
cool down.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Because I've been doing that a lot. Like I've been biking a lot to training because I live on Southview, and then biking to Kelly Lake where we train at the gym there.
Yeah.
I find it's like once we get started, I'm already like warmed up and everything. So I wasn't sure if that was similar.
Sure.
Do you meal prep then a lot? Or is
I don't really meal prep. No, I just have a general idea of what I'm consuming.
Right.
Like I'm the guy that, let's say you just buy something, I'm just like counting the calories, or the amount of sugar, whatever
Mhm.
it is in the bag, and I just had like a general idea of like, okay, this has this amount of sugar, this is probably not good for me. And it's like when I was in France, when I was playing pro, like I wasn't really testing on myself, but like just like you do your groceries, you eat, and then you see like how your body reacts. Right. I had a good week of practice. Okay, this is what I did. This is what I ate.
Okay.
Yeah, and like these last 2 weeks were good.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I did. Like I realized, like at one point, my Achilles started hurting, my knees, which is like it was just like bothering me like a little bit. Not really like an injury, but just enough to slow me down like a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I cut off like any lactose. Like cheese is big in France, so cheese, milk, whatever, and then the pains just started. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
I don't know. Well, like when like you do research, like some researchers say that lactose shouldn't even be consumed by humans, really, because like we're like the only like mammal that consumes it.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, normally it's just like a growing
just for
baby.
mammals as babies. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you think about it, it's like, okay, maybe. But like again, like everyone's different, right?
True.
It might not affect the next person as much as it affects me. Some people are lactose intolerant, so it affects them even like more. But yeah, just like little stuff like that. And yeah, same thing with like gluten or whatever. I found like the more the more I just approach myself to eat like healthy, like a lot of my traditional foods from like my parents' side, so from like Africa, it's got a lot of like healthy stuff. Yeah, I'll do like a week, 2 weeks of that, 2 weeks of like eating that, and my body's just feeling good.
That's crazy though, to think about that we shouldn't be consuming lactose.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah, but again, and for me, everything's like in like a balance. Just because like we have been for so long, right?
Yeah.
So who's gonna say whether it's true or whether it's not?
Right.
Some people are gonna push to say that like that is true, we're not supposed to be because these are the effects. Right. And then I don't know, like the food companies obviously are gonna be saying
pro lactose.
Yeah, they're gonna want to sell.
So it's just cheese and milk, and then I'm curious because I thought yogurt. Well, I'm sure the probiotics in yogurt those don't count towards the lactose of it, because yogurt, right, with the lactose product and everything. Yeah. But then yogurt also has the probiotics in it, which are good for you. But lactose, I really want to look more into that.
Yeah.
That's really weird.
Again, because I do like a lot of cooking,
right.
So as long I just try eating a lot of fresh stuff. Yeah, that's what it comes down to for me, though.
What's your go-to meal to make? Like, say you have the family over, you're hosting, you make the food.
It's like an African dish called mafe. If I say how to make it, it's gonna sound like weird. It's actually like,
how do you spell that?
M-A-F-F-E with the accent.
Accent
Yeah.
T-E?
Yeah.
Accent. He's
He's
getting hungry now.
Nah, he knows about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just so that the mafe is just like a sauce, and there's meat inside. You can do it either like chicken or beef or something.
Yeah.
And you just eat it with like rice.
Oh wow.
Either rice or fried. Have you ever had? You've tried. Have you ever had like fried plantains?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you
I like it.
Yeah. So essentially, what it is, it's like a peanut butter based like sauce, pretty much.
Whoa. I'm getting hungry now.
Yeah. I've actually like made it from scratch once. The first time I ever made it,
Yeah.
I made it from like scratch. Because like you know like peanuts that you eat,
Yep.
They're actually like grilled, so they're already cooked.
Wow.
Yeah, they're grilled. They're not raw peanuts. Raw peanuts, they taste like, they look and they taste different. Those are the ones that you just eat.
The ones that you like pick out. You're at like a friend's house or a party, and they're like in the little bowl.
They're grilled. They're grilled and salted. So
okay, yeah, I can imagine salt.
Yeah. So so I had raw peanuts. I actually grilled them myself. And then to make the sauce, you have to like so you have to grind it.
Yeah.
So you have to mix in like oil and water, and then you mix it with like tomato sauce. You cook like the meat on the other side, and then you just mix it over with the spices, whatever, and the rice, and mix it all up. Yeah.
Where did you learn how to cook first?
Just asking my mom how she, because like my mom's a phenomenal cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I just asking her, okay, how, like obviously you lived with her,
Yeah.
ate all the food, you move out, start buying stuff, then you realize like, okay,
It's not the same.
I gotta
Mom.
start, yeah. So I just told myself like I gotta start learning how to do this.
Mhm.
So I literally would just call her and ask her.
Nice.
Yeah,
Learn from the
she
best.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Mm.
Where do you think, out of all the places you've been to, has the best food as a culture?
I see the best foods in Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me. What's that?
I need to go to
Never
Africa.
been?
No.
Where have you been?
Okay, so country-wise, I've been to Cuba, the U.S., Ecuador,
Yeah.
Colombia, and then all the way down to Romania and up. But starting the Netherlands, Germany, Austria,
Okay.
Poland, Hungary,
And for you,
and then
which
down
one?
and everything.
Which was your favorite?
I'm biased towards Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Italy's foods. It's just tasted so fresh. Between the pizza's so different there.
Yeah.
Than
In
here.
Europe in general.
Yeah.
In France, pizza's like
They're just
different.
so much more advanced
Yeah.
in everything they do. It's
Yeah.
I'm jealous every time I'm there, but
Yeah. So back to your question. Yeah, because we went to Cameroon with the family. I think it was in 2013, and everything like it's a third world country. Like it's not as bad as people. It's like it's projected here.
yeah,
and everything.
it's projected
Like
pretty bad.
first, what's that?
It's projected pretty bad.
Well, just
Seems
Africa
like-
in general
Yeah.
is projected like very poor everywhere, when really that's not really the case.
Right.
But yeah, Cameroon itself is a third world country, but there's like everything you need over there to live. The country's rich in oil.
Mhm.
It's right by the sea, so
Right.
the Atlantic Ocean, so there's good fish.
Yeah.
Dense forests, so you can cultivate pretty much anything you want. Yeah, so there's wood, there's charcoal. There's everything for the
Right.
country to be sustainable, right? But
Yeah.
that's like a different conversation for another day.
Yeah.
That's the reason why it is a third world country.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything is just so fresh over there. And yeah, so here in Canada, like my mom, like she cooks like a lot of stuff, and like a lot of times she'll want us to know like what the traditional dishes are.
Mhm.
She'll make it here, and then you just taste it like over there, and it's just so different, just 'cause like everything is just so fresh. They don't put anything in,
Yeah.
like no insecticides or stuff like
Yeah.
that. So, and nothing's like what you call it, like genetically modified or anything.
Mhm.
Like it's just like a little example would be like you went to like one of my grandparents' like villages, and some guy was just there like we had just like walked for a while to get there. He just offered me like a normal banana.
Yeah.
You want this banana? And honestly, I was kind of hungry, not really hungry. Like the banana didn't look that appetizing, really,
Oh,
and they were
okay.
like kind of like because like here everything is like modified.
Yeah,
so
they're smaller,
Yeah,
right?
they're a lot smaller. So it was like really small. Again,
Because they're the same in Ecuador.
Yeah,
They're like,
it was the best banana I've ever had in my life.
Yeah?
And the banana itself was by far the best banana. I've
here
ever
you
had.
go. You're like, all right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, that's wild.
I was just like surprised. Yeah, and like going out with my cousins to eat. I just asked for like some dish. There was the option of like either you want it with potato or fried plantains.
Right.
I like fried plantains because
Yeah.
they're good. And then the one day I actually got it with like potato, and the potato
Mhm.
just tasted different. It was just sweet. It was just I don't know. It was and like it wasn't a sweet potato. It was a
No.
normal potato. but it's just
they just got it from down the road. And everything,
Yeah.
so it tastes so
Yeah.
much better. Yeah, the food. I find whenever it's local, and that's why I think
Yeah.
back to the like why everyone should travel,
Yeah.
right? Like where it fits in your life schedule is up to the person.
Yeah.
But if they travel, they'll experience that food and realize pizza's different where it's from.
Yeah.
Like foods are different in those areas. Like goulash in Hungary is very good
Mm.
compared to most like stews you have here.
Yeah.
There's like, because like you said, with the added insecticides, with the
Yeah.
added like hormones
Yeah.
in the chicken and stuff,
Yeah.
then whatever they do to make bananas 6 times the size, I don't know, a couple needles here and there, then I don't know. And then like with they add a lot of salt, a lot of sugar,
Mm.
and it tastes good, so you want more of it, but then
Yeah.
so I try to stay though when I'm grocery shopping to stay on like the outside of the store and never get caught going in the middle of it
Yeah.
with all the boxes of cereal and the waffles. Everything's packaged and it's not a good time.
Mm.
But, yeah. Where has been your favorite place that you've visited so far in terms of your travels? Let's say.
I don't really have a favorite. Like every time you go somewhere, you experience something new,
Right.
and then and that has value. But yeah, I'm just gonna say there's no place like home, I guess.
Place like home. Awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, like how did you get on the team from
Yeah.
like meeting and that whole
yeah,
conversation
yeah,
or
it
connect?
pretty much comes down to like once you get to the professional level, it's almost like a business. You have to like know people,
Mhm.
and then like the head off, like Service 5's head office, like they knew they were having a team like 2 or 3 years,
Yeah.
even before it even happened. So when I was still in France, I would come out during the summer here, and just like scrimmage with the Laurentian guys, and that's pretty much like I had like first
Right.
contact from back in the day.
Oh, okay.
We're doing this is maybe going on, and even when I was in France, I was in that
Right.
year back in my mind. Maybe I'm
Okay.
gonna come back home.
If there's that opportunity, you'd
Yeah.
be like, sign me up.
Yeah,
Nice. What's it like playing for the team?
it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, there's a lot of talent in this league.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yeah, yeah. I find like talent-wise, it's probably
Mhm.
one of the better, or like one of the better leagues in the world almost.
Mhm.
Like talent-wise, just because like a lot of times like different leagues either in Europe or Asia, you're not allowed to have, or you're only allowed to have a certain amount of imports. So
Okay.
people from
Yeah.
from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like in this league, already like it's Canada, so we're in America, so Canada produces already pretty
Mhm.
decent basketball players, and you're allowed 7 imports, so every team's allowed to have like 7 Americans on the team.
Okay.
So the level of basketball rises.
Yeah.
Just from that alone, and there's some pretty good players that come down. Yeah, a lot of guys, whether they're Canadian or American, a lot of guys from D1 school. Some played in like the G League. Some of them had good careers overseas.
Mhm.
Last year we played against, I don't know if you remember, Big Baby, Glenn Davis.
Yeah.
He won the championship with Boston. He was actually in the Canadian League
Yeah.
last year. So yeah, there's a lot of talent in this league.
Oh. Okay. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Seem pretty lucky.
Yeah.
Look at it. About that. Huh. All right, man. I think that's all. But I appreciate your time.
All right.
Thank you very much.
All right, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem.